Hello. My name is totally not Kiki, and welcome to my scuffed video production. Today, I'm reviewing the Monster High music videos. The only problem with that is that half of the footage is from my very first video, and I had to cut it for time, which I don't know if you had seen that last video, but
she's chunky.
So something had to go, and it was the footage of me reviewing the first 3 music videos that they had released. Luckily for me, they released 2 more, which has given me an excuse to repurpose that footage and give you guys something entirely new to look at. Forgive the bustedness of a Franken video. Listen, I'm all about being thrifty, okay? You might wonder why bother looking at promo music videos, but they have lore implications, so from the ones I've seen, they're actually pretty solid intros to the characters and the changes that they've made to the G3 versions of them. So I wanted to, get a good look at all of them, but I'm also a little bit scared because I have not heard great things about Lagoona's video. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes. But let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna start with Clawdeen, because hers came out first. Honestly, the thumbnails for these are kind of scaring me. Hopefully, they're not as cringe as they look.
If you don't already know it, I shouldn't have to explain it.
It's kind of got like a stop motion look to it, and she has joints like she's a doll, but like, why not use the doll? Like, y'all did that already with the Born This Way music video, so why not follow through? Was it too expensive? I don't know. It's just something off-putting about her being almost a doll, but not really. Everything's so shiny and like, I don't know. Alright, best dressed in the hall might be a stretch. I mean, Frankie's standing right there. Her style is so much cuter, but it's really hard to like say it's fierce. She's in overalls, bro. That's adorable. You're too cute to be anything else.
I know you smell that bacon too.
Why are you calling out Lagoona on her bacon, bro? Leave the girl alone. No, but was the bacon a problem? Why she look so guilty?
So hear me.
I don't know. It's just what I'm supposed to be getting out of this is a little confusing, aside from learning about Clawdeen and music form. But like, this would be a perfect chance to like show off the dolls and stuff, right?
Just living my life. I'll never let them change me, cause this is how they made me. And I love my daddy's jambalaya. My mama's hot tamales on fire. The different sides of me, bien de mi familia. They'll always be a part of me.
Like, can't she just be Dominican? She would still be Afro-Latina if she was from the Dominican Republic. That's what I'm saying. It's like they want to tick off 2 boxes. Okay, well, we gotta get all our diversity in there. So here's a Latino person and here's a black person. We combine them into one and they check off 2 boxes at once. That's what I'm saying is the annoying thing. Instead of like just genuinely doing it because this type of person is underrepresented. It's about checking as many boxes as possible.
I'm living out loud and howling out proud. Wait, did someone just take off their shoes?
Ew. Frankie would probably have the worst foot funk because it's like formaldehyde plus like whatever's going on in the shoe. Ugh, that's gross.
I'm Clawdeen, so hear me. And all of those things that make me different, all the things that make me cool, yeah.
Lyrics could use some work.
Matter what they think of me, I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be.
What if they did use the dolls for this, but they just kind of like digitized them? But then at that point, why bother using the dolls if you're just gonna make it all digitally? I don't know.
I need to hear this, I'm fierce and fearless, unless you've got some silver on you. Yeah, I'm Clawdeen, so hear me.
Alright, that's enough of that. Next. Let's do Draculaura. I'm actually kind of scared for this one. Look at the thumbnail, bro. Her mouth is so big.
Since I was a little girl, my dad was famous in a vampire world.
I was not expecting her voice to be this deep. Honestly, I'm still in squeaky voice Draculaura era. I keep forgetting who she's supposed to be now. I'm just like Draculaura, therefore. But she's somebody entirely new this time.
When I cast a spell, I'll never tell, 'cause I got them full.
I I do appreciate how much these songs are telling me about the person, but it's like stuff that would have made common sense in the original, but they just passed over for some reason. Their parents are involved but are not taking over. Because what's the point of being, oh, my parents are famous monsters, but you never see or hear them? I'm glad their parents are actually relevant in some way. I always hate it when shows that are based on the children of established characters always just lampshade the characters instead of elaborating on the relationship the children might have with them. So like the original Monster High was, oh, she's Dracula's daughter, but we don't speak about Dracula. It's like, why? He's right there. He's public domain. Talk about him, please. But like, you know, don't sell me his doll because that's a death sentence.
Dressed in pink, you can find me with Clawdeen and Frankie for life.
This song is vaguely threatening. I can't really describe it, but I feel like I'm in danger.
I put a spell on you.
I'll break the rules if you a fright. Draculaura, here for life. Wicked style, kiss to the night.
This song actually isn't that bad. This is leagues better than... Remember those Bratz music videos? This is definitely better than those song-wise.
Living it up, yeah, we're gonna have fun. Living it up, yeah, living it up, yeah.
I'm glad they're stepping it up, these marketing teams.
A vegetarian with an appetite.
Is that fat acceptance or the opposite?
Gonna love myself and all I've got.
I'm sorry, the pets are so ugly now. Just, why do they look like that? They're so ugly.
In the mirror, and I like what I see, but there's no reflection staring back at me.
That's just deep, bro.
That's actually kind of good. She likes what she sees, but she sees nothing. I feel that. I guess you could say she has image issues.
The floor, what I got, I'll put you under my spell.
I'm sorry, this outfit is still just, it's not it. It's so easy to get it right with Draculaura, but it's a flop.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
The rules give you a fright.
The choreography on this one is way weaker though. Just saying.
Won't ever die.
Am I anti-black for not watching all the way to the end of Clawdeen's one? The song was better though. The song was better. Alright, next we're watching Frankie. I saved this one for last. I honestly could have watched it second, but best for last and all that. Stylized intro, yes. Props to the original ghoul. Thank you.
Yeah! You might find this song a little shocking.
Brainiac, bionic limbs, I may be sweet and all, but you know I'm the monster you like, yeah.
Watch this song be the flop. Watch this be the worst of the three.
Just like my inventions, I'm pieced together from new and old parts.
Okay, something that Gen 2 did right with Frankie was they emphasized that she was a big science person. Original Frankie was more home ec-ish. Everything besides that was very basic girl next door stuff, kind of non-specific. Gen 2 kind of undid her personality. She was still new, but if original Frankie was lawful good, reboot Frankie was true neutral. She was just for the science. She didn't really care what happened. She was just, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, let's do that. Even if like a million people die in the process. I just really appreciate that they kept original Frankie's, you know, spark, like the joy and the happiness and the excitement of seeing new things and experiencing new things and being alive with reboot Frankie's love of science and upgrades and just doing stuff to see what happens. I appreciate that they combined those things to make the one true Frankie.
Frankie's who I am and I'm alive, yeah. Only 2 weeks old, but I'll surprise ya. Don't think of me in black and white. Being in this world is so electric. When I lose myself, I go magnetic.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. I like that. How do they get their limbs back when they vanish? It used to be that they would just crawl back, which honestly is the creepier thing to do, so they should have kept it that way. But if Frankie's now super science envy, then yeah, it makes sense that they engineered a way to get their limbs back when they go missing.
Well, I'm sparked to life. It's so cool, I could ignite. Go on, see.
Whoa, what's that?
That's a burrito, Frankie.
Cool!
Also, whose voice was that supposed to be?
Frankie's who I am and I'm alive, yeah. Being me means always being kind, yeah. It's they for me, not he or she. 'Cause labels ain't a thing for me. Cool!
Okay, I will say this about labels though. You can place your own labels, and they might be helpful for identifying things about yourself that you wouldn't have otherwise noticed without one. Because generally, people put labels on things that are hard to spot with your own eyes. You also have stickers. You don't have to let anybody else put them down for you. That's all I'm saying.
Frankie, proud of my identity. Everything is new to me, just finding what I'm meant to be.
I'm not gonna lie, this song is kind of hitting, and the music video is not that bad either. Wait a minute. Did they go off? They might have gone off.
I'm just sparked to life. It's so cool.
Not really feeling the guitar though. Kind of random. Also, why is it so big?
Let's bolt.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. Alright, so let's get into Cleo's video. It's called Royally Rule This World, and I just really gotta wonder why all of these thumbnails are just so bright and their mouths are so wide, and I just...
Why?
I know I'm a star, I'm charming, it's a habit. I'm Cleo denial queen, I'm also high, yeah. I know that you see me passing by your glasses.
I've already seen an episode or two of the cartoon, and let me just say this Cleo's voice does not match that Cleo's voice. It seems like Generation 3 has like 3 different Cleos, because the vibe of the doll does not match the vibe of the cartoon, does not match the vibe of this music video. Like, what's going on?
Ordinary, I keep it surprising. Cleo's my name, of fame is always rising.
Why is the scarab just floating? The wings are under the shell, you know.
I'm still trying to find a way to shine on the stage, but soon I will be landing the part.
Oh my god, is that Nefira? Hold up. Oh my god, it is! She looks almost exactly the same, lol. Nefira used to have like this weird squiggly beauty mark on her arm. It was supposed to be her one flaw. I wonder if it had anything to do with like her mummification process. They never really elaborated on the beauty mark besides Nefira's feelings towards it. I say all that to say it looks like this little pattern on her shoulder isn't actually a part of her outfit. It looks like it might be an expansion of the beauty mark from Gen 1. But what the heck is massive? What the heck? Or maybe it's not, because I see it on her other shoulder too. There's a lot in just this one picture. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my sister never maybe you
I would throw away the phone if Nefira called me too.
the queen of your heart.
So Cleo is actually second in line for the throne when their dad is done. Which, when is that gonna be? Another 10,000 years? What the heck? Isn't she like 3,000 years old? But when her dad is done, Nefira is gonna take over, and then Cleo is just, I guess, never gonna get it. But do you even really want all that responsibility? I feel like being second in line for any sort of royal position has got to be like the best thing ever, because you never have to deal with the responsibility of actually taking on the throne, but you get all the cool stuff that comes with it, like wealth and influence and fancy stuff.
I royally rule this world, in case you haven't heard. I'm Cleo Denial, the queen of Monster High, and I royally rule this world. Let me hear ya tut, draped in golden
Not a rap breakdown. I was not prepared. This isn't fair. I'm being attacked. This is an ambush.
Please wave hi to your favorite mummy, cause I'm the queen and they know it, honey. I get my protection from my amulets, and I know how to place a curse, so watch out.
I gotta wonder, is that magic? And if it's magic, why is it okay for Cleo to use it and not Draculaura? Is there a distinction between Egyptian sorcery and European witchcraft? If so, why? And isn't that kind of a double standard? Maybe the problem isn't magic in and of itself, but the practice of witchcraft? The dilemma presents a lot of interesting questions, if they're going in the direction with it that I'm assuming they are. Questions that the original Monster High was unable to ask and not prepared to answer at all. That introduces some nuance if it actually is what's going on here. I'm taking this way too seriously, I think. Okay, the Beatles are really getting me. I think it's because they're ugly.
Peter mummy wrap. Come here, Tut. Food selfie.
Yeah, I gotta shelve those accessories, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta beat heart. That I'm keeping in a jar.
I was right. The heart is in a jar. Wait, but that's not a canopic jar. Come on. You're keeping your heart, your most prized possession, in a glass jar?
Not a great plan.
If I seem a little cold and strange, well, it's 'cause I got too far away.
That's an interesting way to present that. So if she gets too far from the heart, then she starts being mean. Does anything happen if she gets too far away from her other organ? Like, if the heart's out, then the brain is definitely out, right? Because apparently ancient Egyptians thought the brain had nothing to do with the soul. So when they would take it out of your nose, they would throw it away. But that's what I'm saying when I say that this new version of Monster High is kind of playing on the monsteriness of the characters way more than the original did. Because in the original, Cleo was a mummy and she had mummy magic. She had a tragic backstory, but that kind of has very little to do with how she functions as a monster. But everybody kind of has their thing. Like, Frankie's brain is stitched together from a bunch of different people, so that's also part of their monsteriness. Lagoona has like sharp fangs and seems to be like a man-eater. Do the snakes speak to him? And I'm assuming he sheds his skin and stuff. I do like that their monsteriness is more played up as not just a feature of the character, but a part of the character. Okay, hit that run, sis. Alright, so that was Cleo. Not as cringeworthy as I thought it was gonna be. Definitely not cringeworthy though. There were some moments. Yikes. But, you know, it did a good job of telling me Cleo's plot stuff. I'm not sure it really conveyed her personality as well. Like, being popular isn't a personality trait. But I guess just saying she's the popular one technically tells me enough. But I do enjoy that her being a mummy is like, organs in jars, mummy magic, second in line for the throne. Yes, give me all the Cleo lore. It's kind of weird how Cleo is technically the most boring monster. Like, as a monster, she's the closest to being a person, but in every generation, she's still the most interesting monster. She always seems to have the biggest backstory. From her being trapped in the tomb, the whole story behind that in G1, to presumably a similarly tragic backstory in G3. It's weird how easy it is to write a good story with Cleo. Last is Lagoona, and I'm really not looking forward to it. Because, listen, they made Clawdeen Afro-Latina, and it was not great.
My daddy's jambalaya. My mama's hot tamales on fire.
And Lagoona is just Latina. So I'm not excited for how they choose to get that across.
Hola, hola, my name is Lagoona, and my story begins in Honduras. My mom's a monster that lives in the sea.
She specified her mom is a monster that lives in the sea, so is her dad not a monster that lives in the sea? I mean, she's definitely 100% monster, because in the first episode of the cartoon, she's looking at Clawdeen as a human, like she wants to eat her alive. I mean, so there's no way that she's half human. What's her other half?
I'm cute and I'm fierce, romantic and feisty. I'm a chili mango, I'm sweet and I'm spicy.
Anytime you got somebody who can speak Spanish, you gotta mention a mango. Why? There are other sweet fruits in the Caribbean, okay? What about the Haitian mangoes, huh?
There's a side of me you don't wanna meet. Soy una fiera with razor sharp teeth.
Also, not the spicy Latina. She can't just be sweet. Why we gotta be spicy, huh?
I'm the perfect mix of sweet and sour. I feel vulnerable, but I have power.
See, that's a better description for the Lagoona I've seen in G3 so far. She is not spicy. She is sour, okay? She is a beast. That's not spice. That is, oh my god, I am afraid. I like how this song is like bubbly and cute, but it also kind of has like a sort of sinister bent to it. I like it. That's Monster High in a nutshell. Cute and fun and clever, but also kind of dark-sided.
My whole life's like a telenovela. I'm lucky to have all my friends from la escuela. My bestie cool, they can't be any cuter. We're always going on great aventuras.
Somebody get Taylor Swift on this one. The lyricism is not there. Also, Lagoona being friends with Julia is interesting. They don't really seem like they would match, but maybe that's why they work.
When I'm swimming, it feels like I'm flying. Haven't found love, but I keep on trying. I know that it's my destiny. My happy ever after waits for me.
I really like the idea of Lagoona as a romantic. I think it's because she's really into telenovelas and she's kind of sheltered, so that's really her only idea of romance. I can really relate to that. I think it's cute. From the looks of the cartoon, it looks like everyone's gonna have a character arc. I hope she gets her little Steven Universe moment. Not to knock her down a peg, but to just see her mature and develop, you know? I feel like all this description is just pointing to the fact that she's a serial dater. What if she eats the people who don't work out?
Shine like a rainbow. If anyone gets in my way, though, they'll find out soon enough that my teeth are like a piraña.
Are her teeth only sharp in this one room of the music video? Why was it so hard to make them sharp all the time? Oh, not the little... That's so cute. Wait, no. Why do I ship Deuce with everybody? That's not right. They need to introduce another dude really quick because I'm just shipping him with everything that moves.
There's no one like me.
That one was actually kind of good. Lagoona's character was already growing on me from a personality perspective, but like, dang. I really like her. Her first doll is great. I hope she gets another really good doll soon because I like her. Oh my god. I know some people were complaining that the song was kind of a stereotype, and granted I don't really know what she's saying in Spanish, but I don't know, aside from the whole Julie Mango calling me spicy thing, the rest of it was fine, because the rest of it was just describing who she is as a person over a really fun basic reggaeton tinged beat. I don't know, I liked it. I'm back. I know this look isn't something that I can take back, but listen, I'm going through a hard time right now. I just found out a bear PNG can do my job, so give me a break. Alright, next is Twyla's video, and it's really short. This is the last one, barring anything that comes out, so let's get into it.
Follow me into the dream world. My name is Twyla.
Ooh, dramatic. Okay. Also, her voice is very deep. Is she wearing boogie sand? Oh my god. Okay, so the bracelet that Twyla's wearing is actually boogie sand, which OGs will know that in the Haunted movie, that's what murdered all the ghouls and turned them into ghosts for that movie.
That's where you'll find me reading history.
Okay, go off effects. What is this?
Not ready to grow up, I just wanna daydream.
Okay, it's kind of hard to focus on the song and like the little story they have going at the same time.
Yeah, that's where you'll find me. I'm a boogie monster that lives in your dreams. Inside your nightmares, that's where I'll be. I've been hiding.
Okay, I know I made a whole big deal about how they should use the actual dolls for these videos, but would it be awful to say I take it back? I take it back, it looks weird. Just do what you were doing before, I don't know. Maybe there's no good way to make it look good. I don't know. It's giving Robot Chicken, that Weird Bratz reboot series. I know I didn't like Clawdeen's, and I didn't really like Draculaura's or anything, but they were just so much more hype. The song is better than both of those, but it's not hitting in the same way, which is unfortunate because Twyla's actress has such a nice voice.
I've been hiding in the dark, but now I'm finally stepping out of the shadows.
Also, I appreciate that they're straight up telling us that her eyes glow in the dark, because the original Twyla had a little hidden feature that her pupils glue in the dark. Glue? Anyway, they lit up in the dark, but it wasn't featured anywhere on her box. So you would literally just have a Twyla doll, and then one day you would just be looking at it and be like,
what the dog doing?
It was legitimately freaky. I appreciate that now they're being like, oh, hey, her eyes glow, by the way, so you don't totally become terrified in the middle of the night.
A little shy, I'm a little bit sweet. And I can...
Wait a minute, okay, hold on. this version of Twyla is autistic, which, good job. Good job. Yeah, it was confirmed by her voice actress on Instagram, I believe. Smarter people than me picked up on the cues a lot sooner. Good job.
I've got stories of monsters that live in my head. People in places I'll never forget. The shadows are dancing, they creep up the walls, but that don't define me at all.
She says that there are people in places she'll never forget, so I wonder if that means she'll have something to do with Clawdeen's mom, or old parts of monster history that people have forgotten, like the relationship between witchcraft and Egyptian sorcery. Like, her doll comes with like an Intro to Talismans book, so I wonder if she and Draculaura will become friends based off of their shared interest in witchcraft. That'd be interesting. Having said that though, I've yet to see a Twyla doll in person, so what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I've been hiding in the dark, but now I'm finally stepping out of the shadows, of the shadows.
Dang, but that one was so short. I actually didn't have that much to say about it. It was kind of hard to focus on the storyline and the weird animation and the song all at the same time. It was very discordant. I liked it, but it doesn't really suit Twyla. Seems a little bombastic for a monster that's shy and quiet. I've expected something a little bit cuter from somebody who literally says they don't want to grow up. Going back, like editing this and going through all the songs, I used to hate Draculaura's song, but it's kind of a bop. But if I'm ranking it, it would definitely be Frankie, Twyla, because even though the song was like half a second long, it was actually really good. Lagoona, Cleo, Draculaura, and Clawdeen. And it's not even close. Clawdeen is like way down there. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, if you will. I had a really great response to my last video, and it was my very first one, so thank you. Let me know what you think of the music videos down below. What was your favorite? What was your least favorite? Do you think they should have stuck with the 3D animation or the stop motion? Personally, I know I really spent a long time ragging on the 3D, but like, now that I've seen the other side, you know, next video will not be Monster High. There will be more Monster High videos in the future, but I kind of want to spread my wings a little bit. If I'm going to be making 30-minute videos every time, I want to make sure it's something fresh each time. I think you'll like it though. But yeah, thanks for watching this totally busted video. Stay tuned for what I got next. Let me know your thoughts. Be gentle as always. I'm a person. Thanks for watching. Bye.